Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Good job, Paul. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm James Liao, the brand manager of MWS International. And I'm honored to be here today to be sharing with you the MWS differentiation. Now, MWS was officially launched in December 2008, and it's available in 6 countries with more than 300 licensed trainers worldwide. Now, MWS was built on 7 core values, which make us different from the rest. Now, I trust during our time together here today, you will gain insights on how MWS has helped many progressive organizations and definitely can help you in building an empowered workforce. So let's begin with our first core value. The spirit of innovation. Now, MWS started with an idea to address an impending need for organizations to train the entire workforce. So what's happening right now is most organizations are focusing on training only 20% of the entire workforce, while 80% of the remaining workforce are left behind without any training or development at all. And I will share with you throughout my presentation today how MWS licensing option brings you new approach and fresh perspective in workforce training. Now, Tokyo Marine is one of our clients. In fact, Tokyo Marine was one of our first clients who adopted MWS in the training of their staff and agents. And they were with us since our first version back in 2006. Now, with the ongoing support and feedback from our clients and multinationals, the likes of Tokyo Marines, MWS is able to continue growing, innovating, and introducing new features and product range. Now, our second core value, empowering workforce. Now, MWS is designed for the many, not just the few. And to empower our workforce, we must first provide them the skills, tools, and trainings required to be a competent employee. And to do that, MWS is designed to leverage on your 20% talent pool to provide the training for your 80% remaining workforce. And some of you might be thinking right now, how can I train? Or how can I persuade my line managers to train? And yes, you are right. The reason is that MWS is designed to leverage on your 20% workforce to train the rest of your 80% workforce. And this approach is new and radical to some, and we do agree. And the reason is that MWS is designed and specifically crafted for progressive organizations who value their human capital. Now, let me share an example with you on Maxis Communication. Now, Maxis Communication has empowered their line managers to be MWS licensed trainer. MWS has empowered their line managers to be MWS licensed trainer to train the rest of the employees. Now, all the participants have benefited from the MWS workshops, and Maxis is now benefiting from an even more competent and empowered employees. Now, from our observation, the line managers can now work hand in hand with HR managers in the workforce development, increasing productivity and employee engagement. Our third core value, phenomenal value. Now, I'm sure some of you might be thinking right now, training the whole workforce? Wow, how much investment do I have to make? Or how much investment my company have to make? Well, ladies and gentlemen, your investment is the commitment of your line managers and organization to workforce excellence. Can you afford not to? Now, I'd like to share an example with you about dollars and cents. When you're with MWS, you can train each staff for less than a McDonald's value meal. And let me tell you this, it's incredible. It's unbelievable. Now, let's do the numbers right now. Now, an average investment of MWS Trainers Kit Plus per title is 3,300 ringgit. And imagine if you have 1,000 employees in your company. It will only cost you 3 ringgit and 30 cents to train each staff. And if you have 500 employees in your company, it will only cost you 6 ringgit and 60 cents to train each staff. And the more you train, the more you save. Isn't that a phenomenal value? Now, when you're with MWS, that is how simple you stand a chance to save up to 80% of your training investment, because you're leveraging on your line managers, you're leveraging on your own resources. But please bear in mind, ladies and gentlemen, MWS does not replace your current training plan, but gives you the opportunity to go beyond that. Now, our fourth core value, accelerated. Now, the MWS workshops are crafted to be fun, experiential, and effective. And the workshops are designed for 4 hours, packed with concise tips, tools, and techniques. Now, these are made easy for line managers to conduct the training and for the participants to learn effortlessly. Now, having a consistent and regular in-house training, organizations are creating a non-threatening environment to gather intelligence and appreciate the workforce strength and challenges. Now, these are invaluable insights to inculcate the culture of excellence. Now, I'd like to share an example with you about Bank Central Asia, or in short, BCA, one of the largest banks in Indonesia. Now, BCA have implemented MWS in 2009 and have since addressed the gap between management and the staff. Now, all the licensed trainers within BCA were very excited and have since implemented a structured learning plan throughout the bank. And our fifth core value, relevant. Now, what's most important is that learning must be relevant, useful, and appropriate. Now, that's the reason why we leverage on line managers to conduct the training. Not only they will be sharing their real-life experiences in the workshop, but to facilitate the learning from workshop to workplace. Now, I'd like to share an example with you on Kirkpatrick's work. And according to him, there are 5 line managers' behavior that can affect the learner's attitude towards training. So let's take a look at these 5 behaviors very quickly. Now, the first one is preventing. Now, this means that the line manager does not allow any changes at all at the workplace. And the second one is discouraging. Now, this means that the line managers does not encourage any changes at all in the workplace. They want everything to remain the same. And the third one is natural. Now, this means that the line managers does not acknowledge the learning, but there are no objections as long as the job gets done. And the next one is encouraging. Now, this means that the line manager encourages the participants or the employee to apply what they have learned in the workplace. And of course, the last one, requiring. Now, this means that the line managers insist, I repeat again, insist that the employee to apply what they have learned in the workplace. Now, this response is the most supportive and is necessary for an effective learning. Now, by leveraging on your line managers to conduct the training, not only they will be requiring and encouraging the participants or employee to apply what they have learned in the workplace, but they themselves are bound to walk their talk. Now, this is truly a solution that kills 2 birds with 1 stone in any organization. Our 6th core value, simplicity. Now, when you're with MWS, all the work is done for you. And we thought it would be a great idea to show you what MWS Trainers Kit is all about. And to help me with that, I'd like to invite Ahmad, the product manager of MWS Malaysia. Ahmad.
Thank you, James. Now, as James mentioned, with Mini Workshop series, all the work is done for you. All our MWS licensed trainers are fully equipped with everything they need in the MWS Trainers Kit. The Trainers Kit comes in 2 flavors, the MWS Basic and the MWS Plus. And now with the launch of MWS Innovation in Action track today, we now have 84 unique titles for you to implement. James.
So Ahmad, what guaranteed results will our client gains if they invest in MWS Trainers Kit?
Well, James, first, let's discover what the basic version has to offer. With it, trainers will get the PowerPoint slides, the trainer's notes, and finally, the learning journal. Let's take a look at the MWS PowerPoint slides. As you know, James, all MWS content is created based on neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP. This helps us in understanding how to best approach different learners by knowing how they best receive and process their information. Now, let's view some of the actual slides. Here is empowered employees from a bonus learning track. As you can see, there is the opening slide just now, and here is where there are definitions. Now, we've made the slides very much stimulating to the mind so as to ensure that it's not cluttered, and so it's very colorful. Now, on the stars, on the left side, on the right side, means that these slides have activities that can be done. And we've included at least 5 different activities for every single workshop of ours. Now, not only that, we also have highlighted points and key terms to define. We also have quotable quotes to inspire, stories and metaphors to touch their hearts and to make them see from a different perspective. There are a lot of graphics all throughout, and at the very end, we remind them of the call to action for them to do after the workshop. We've also included a poem at the end to inspire them and also to set them off. James.
Now, the PowerPoint slides are designed by professional visual communication specialists. Now, the slides are detailed enough to provide the content, so the trainers can now concentrate on providing the context instead. Now, this guarantees a powerful and effective workshops. Ahmad, let's show them what's next.
Sure thing, James. In addition, we believe that people digest information better if they were served in bite-sized chunks, which is why for every workshop, all the content is split into 5 main topics. These cover vital tips, tools, and techniques. Next, let's have a look at the MWS Trainer's Notes. This is a document that outlines the entire workshop from beginning till end. This is an extensive and comprehensive guide for trainers, providing a vital level of security and comfort as it tells them when and how to run a particular activity, or even what to highlight on each slide. Highlighted in the blue area is the guideline telling trainers how to run the activity, what props to use, how long the activity should run for, and more importantly, what the debrief questions should be. This is how the trainer's notes look like. With it, you have the full content with the corresponding slide. You'll also have access to a diverse range of activities in the trainer's notes. That's why the trainer's notes have all the tips, tools, and techniques to run a powerful workshop, whether you're a seasoned trainer or first-timer. James.
Now, the trainer's notes will greatly increase the learning curve for trainers. Everything that is needed by a trainer will be provided in the trainer's notes. Now, this is an added advantage for the trainers when they prepare for the workshop. Ahmad.
Next, we have the learning journal. This is our participants' take-home material for workshop activities and future reference. It comes in a compact A5 size, so it's easy to carry around. Or you can choose to print in conventional A4 size format. This is how the journal looks like. As you can see here, each MWS track has its own list of guiding principles for participants to follow, embrace, and embody. On the right side, there's the workshop structure once again. This is an example of the layout of the learning journal. It's simple, crisp, and easy to read. You'll find thought-provoking quotes for participants all over the journal, as everyone needs words of wisdom to inspire them. Now, James, I'd like you and everyone to pay close attention to the right side of the activity panel. This is where trainers can really apply their context to apply and help the participants to elicit past experiences as references to adopt new ideas and for learning. This makes the learning even more meaningful for them. You may also find the MWS Extra in the Learning Journal, a supplementary reading material for participants to read. This will be a plus point, especially for participants who enjoy reading. Finally, we wrap up the Learning Journal with a mind map. This is an overview of the content for each slide, allowing participants to remember even better. So James, this basically sums up what everyone will be receiving by investing in the MWS Trainer's Kit Basic. The MWS PowerPoint slides, the MWS Trainer's Notes, and the MWS Learning Journal. It's called Basic because it contains all the basic things that a trainer deserves in order to run an effective workshop. Back to you, James.
Now, the MWS Trainer's Kit Basic will certainly make life easy for trainers. No longer they will need to spend so much time designing the PowerPoint slides, trainer's notes, and the participants' workbook. Now all the work is done for you. So the trainers can now concentrate on delivering the best training instead. So Ahmad, let's show them what MWS Trainer's Kit Plus has to offer.
Sure thing, James. You can value add even more to your training by investing in the MWS Trainer's Kit Plus. With it, you'll receive more impactful learning reinforcement tools. We firmly believe in taking the learning beyond the workshop, encouraging participants to routinely refresh their memory and apply what they've learned to the workplace. Again, we give thought to the NLP principles of how different people process their information. The MWS Trainer's Kit Plus also contains the PowerPoint slides, the MWS Trainer's Notes, as well as the MWS Learning Journal. On top of that, there are two new additions just for you. There's the visual map and audio podcast. Let's take a look at these one by one. First, we have the MWS visual maps for the visual participants, which is a graphic representation of each title. Visual maps, just like mind maps, are a useful tool in learning as advocated by Tony Buzan. So on one side, James, you'll see this visual map with highlighted points and important takeaways. On the flip side, you'll see this area where participants can write down what actions they'll take and why they must take those actions. This is where they set their intention and their direction. The visual maps are designed for participants to pin in their cubicle or work area as a constant reminder of their learning and commitment. Second, we have the MWS audio podcast for the audio participants. This is a concise audio summary of the key learning points from each content. Let's listen to an extract from the podcast. This is Empowered Employee from the bonus learning track.
Welcome. Our topic today is empowered employees. Employees are the most important asset in any business. Having an empowered workforce is a must-have ingredient for progressive and innovative organizations today. Empowerment is the process of increasing the capacity of individuals to make choices and to transform those choices into desired actions and outcomes. It is the process of enabling and authorizing an individual to think, behave, take action, and make decisions.
Now, the full 5-minute audio podcast can be played on any audio playback device, giving participants the mobility to learn. So James, those are the 5 things that you'll get by investing in the MWS Trainer's Kit Plus. Over to you, James.
Now for visual learners, the visual maps will provide them key points to remember with just one glance. And for the audio learners, it's music to their ears, and they can tune in anytime and anywhere they want. And for the kinesthetic and physical learners, the activities will provide them a fun and effective learning environment. Now we are committed in learning reinforcement tools for the participants to take it from workshop to workplace. Ahmad.
That's right, James. In addition, due to the high demands of our clients, we're also launching the MWS extended version this year, which are nice to have tools for trainers. The MWS extended version supplements you with a gray background design for the PowerPoint slides, MWS trainers' extra activities, and the MWS workbook. The gray background PowerPoint slides give an option should you need to present in an extremely bright environment. And through our observations, audiences who are above 45 years old do prefer darker backgrounds. Next, we have the MWS trainers' extra activities. These contain extra resources for the trainers, 3 extra relevant activities. Trainers love having different activities to add variety to their workshop. Finally, here's the MWS workbook, which is an abridged version of the learning journal. We've provided you the choice to use an abridged version of the learning journal because it's more compact, paying special attention to the particularly important parts of the content. Ultimately, this is very useful for trainers who are training high-level participants who want more reflective sessions. So there you have it, James, the MWS extended version. Thank you, and back to you, James.
Thanks, Ahmad. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Ahmad a big hand for showcasing MWS. Now there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The MWS Trainers Kit Basic and Plus. Isn't it incredible? All the work is done for you. Right. Now our 7th core value. Adaptable. Now that's what we meant by we provide you the content and you provide the context. And the MWS Trainers Kit is so highly adaptable that it makes very little difference of which industry you're in, as long as you believe that your workforce are vital assets in your organization, then MWS is right for you. Now I'd like to share about one of our licensed trainers. She has taken the content, she has added her own flavor, and she has adapted it into her own industry and audience. And her astounding performance has been recognized by national and international awards. So I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate one of our MWS licensed trainer and a friend of mine, Kay Adams from West Berhad, for being awarded the Best Contact Center Trainer. Kay. Yes, Kay. Thanks, Kay. So ladies and gentlemen, these are the 7 core values that makes MWS different from the rest. And thanks to the outpouring of support and feedbacks from our clients and friends. And today, we launch our new learning track, Innovation in Action. And we are relentless in our pursuit for excellence. So we will continue to add more titles and more tracks, providing greater choices for our clients. Now, with more innovation in the pipeline, MWS will be introducing mobile learning in 2012. And more is yet to come as we expand our reach throughout the world. Now, we are a proud Malaysian brand. And MWS is set to be the catalyst for empowering workforce around the world. We're expanding our market reach, and currently we're in negotiation with India, South Africa, Finland, Canada, and the United States. Now, this growth enables us to be working very closely with people from different countries, cultures, and languages. Now, as of today, MWS is available in Bahasa Indonesia. And by Q2 this year, a Mandarin version will be launched. Now, we're indeed very excited of what the future has in store for us. But most importantly, by remembering the foundation we grow from. So thank you all for making MWS a global brand. Thank you. Terima kasih. Thanks, that's right. Thank you. Thank you, James.